Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Starting 11 show. Bournemouth versus Everton at the Vitality Stadium. Let's get into it. In goal, Jordan Pickford, of course. Yeah, let's move on. Right back. Obviously, no Seamus Coleman. Ashley Young in there. Nathan Patterson. Come on against Nottingham Forest. Couldn't even remember that being that many games. Couldn't even remember who came on. Came on, done all right. So once again, I'm going to go for Nathan Patterson. The manager said he's always been in his thoughts. I'm not sure about that, but I'm going to go for Nathan Patterson, and I'm going to go for Ashley Young again at left back. I thought Michalenko had a stinker last week. I think there needs to be some pressure on his position because there just doesn't seem to be any pressure whatsoever. And I think Ashley Young is equally as good at left back, if not better than he is at right back. And I think we just got to start mixing things up. Like I said last week, we attack mainly from our left-hand side because of Njai. We don't really have a threat on the right at all. And I think we need to start bringing that threat into the team on the right-hand side. So we've got a bit of a balance. And I think that comes from Nathan Patterson. I think him being higher up the pitch. And I think we saw this with Seamus against Manchester City. On the right-hand side, having a threat, being able to get the ball down the wing, getting good crosses in. Brings Njai into the game as well when he doesn't have the ball. And he can, Njai's not the kind of player who a lot of the time, I mean, we saw him beat a few players against Forest and get the shot off, but obviously went high. But you very rarely see him, the ball fall to him in the box. And the couple of opportunities that has happened in away games, Manchester City and Ipswich as well, where he scored the goals. And I think we need to start creating more chances for him. And obviously whoever's playing centre forward. So I think we need to start doing that. Whoever's on the left, whoever's on the right needs to start. There needs to be more work from either side. So I'm going to go for Nathan Patterson at right back and Ashley Young at left back. The centre backs, obviously James Tarkowski and Jared Branthwaite pretty much picked themselves at this point. I think Tarky has been quite consistent this season, but just little things like last week that I don't like the booking he picked up. It's those silly little moments like that. I think you just need to just at times calm down a little bit. And obviously Jared Branthwaite, as I said, I still don't think he's up to where he was last season, but that's a high bar, and I think that consistency will come. But I think as a pairing, obviously, and as a it's obviously our best pairing, and we don't concede a lot of goals with them in the team. In midfield, that three again of Ajisagana, Gay, Aromangala and Decore, and playing as a three, working across that midfield from left to right, right to left. Decore going forward now and again. Mangala being the deepest one, just sitting in front of the back four, and Ajisagana, Gay putting out the fires. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but it pretty much is all we've got at the moment, with having obviously no James Garner, having no Tim Irabunum. That is our midfield. And again, like I said last week, you watch the way other midfields play and the way they have a flat three. Each of them has a different role, of course, but that allows the players up front to go and do their job and be a little bit freer. And I think we saw that with Forest last week. Don't get me, they all worked incredibly hard, but those wide men were allowed to do their work without the worry of having to come back too far or covering the fullbacks. And our midfield should be covering the fullbacks. They should be getting over. And again, with the age of certainly two of them, that's not always possible. But I just think with the proper flat three that we've been playing, it should allow those forward players to be a little bit higher up the pitch. And also the fullbacks to be higher up the pitch. We don't ever seem to get the balance right. And that obviously comes from the manager wanting the team to defend first. But I do think it's something that could be unlocked in this team. So that's my three midfield. On the left-hand side, I'm going to go for Brozier again. I don't see the point in playing someone like him with his skill set up front on his own in this team. He likes dropping back. He likes picking up with the ball. He likes turning. I don't think it suits this team to do that. And in away games, I don't think it suits it because we need a focal point. I think we need someone to push back to the opposition's defence. Otherwise, they'll just squeeze up 10 yards and then you really are playing in the opposition's half. And we don't have the pace as such to expose that high line that it would create. If we had more pace in the team, then like Brozier coming off, allowing that space in between would work. We just don't have it. I think we saw last week with Forest again. Chris would drop in at times. Doesn't always have to be the highest player because he knows he's got players who've got pace to take advantage of that space. We don't necessarily. So I'd like to see Brozier start on the left. Njai over on the right hand side. You know, again, I mentioned this last week. Just making a nuisance of himself, working in tandem with Nathan Patterson, having a player overlapping all the time. He doesn't have that at left midfield with the left back ever, really. I'd like to see us start to create more by using our fullbacks. But again, the manager, his hands are tied somewhat, but he does have a player in Nathan Patterson who will go forward. And whatever anyone's feelings are of him defensively, he's only ever going to improve by playing in the side. The same way Seamus Coleman did many years ago, is by playing week in and week out and learning how to play. Basically, that role. So Njai on the right, and up front, I'm going to go for Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Again, in a game like this, and away from home, you need that focal point. You need someone who can win the headers, push the back line up, and not allow their back line to squeeze up on us. And they've got a lot more pace than we have, so we have to make that pitch as big as we can. Because we'll be probably playing a little bit deeper as well because we don't want to be exposed by that pace. I think what's happened in the last few games, Bournemouth have played at home, is that the opposition teams have sat deeper. So if you can stretch that pitch as high as you can, I think Dom will do that. Brozier will drop in and go looking for the ball, and I don't think Beto can hold the ball up as well as either of them. So I'm going to go for Dom. So it's the same team I picked last week, but this is at the moment. I think this could do a job for us if they're allowed to play in a certain way. But we'll see. We'll see what the manager goes for. I imagine it'll be pretty similar to what he picked for Forest. We'll wait and see what happens when he picks the side. Diego, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Make sure to give this video a like. Make sure to check out the match preview with Baz and myself. That is available now. And if you want more great videos, join us over on Toffee TV Premier. The link is in the description. The QR codes come on the screen now. See you later.